Good evening, folks, and welcome to CPA here in the Varsity Gym at the Academy for tonight's broadcast of the CPA versus Maplewood District 10 AA basketball contest. Boys, the girls' game just concluded not long ago. Lions defeated Maplewood by a score of 66-38. Girls going to 11-4 on the season overall, and remaining undefeated in district play at 6-0. Now, the boys will take the court as they are warming up. You see them warming up there on your screen. And this is Phil Newman, along with Derek Pintico and Nathan Olmstead on camera. I want to give a big shout out to Derek as well as Nathan, and also Ben Hooper, CPA senior, for handling the broadcast of the girls' game just a few minutes ago. Now about 2.5 minutes to go until tip-off of this contest. Maplewood comes in with a record of 10-6 overall, 5-2 in district play. Your Lions are 14-2 overall and undefeated in district play at 5-0. Having defeated Lipscomb in the last contest last Friday night comfortably by the score of 83-41. CPA is coming off a busy holiday schedule, as are the girls. The boys had two tournaments over Christmas break, if you may be aware of that. They went to the King of the Bluegrass tournament up in Louisville and defended their championship from last year, winning. Huge result for the Lions to win that tournament in Louisville over Christmas break with 4 victories in a row, 3 of which were over the top 3 teams in Kentucky. Lions then went on down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the Beach Ball Classic with some gigantic teams and talent represented, and the Lions ended up that tournament at 1-2. 2 tough losses. Before that, CPA, for the first time in its history, entered the national rankings at number 21, I believe it was. A big accomplishment for CPA, and then having a couple of tough games down in Myrtle Beach and coming up on the short end. They rebounded with a victory the last game against Myrtle Beach in that tournament, and then came home to defeat Lipscomb on Friday the 4th. So now, back into district play once again, hosting Maplewood. The Panthers come in their burgundy uniforms, led by Coach Ty Wilson. Lions will be dressed in the home whites, coached, of course, by Drew Maddox. Coach Maddox, a familiar sight at the Academy over the past 7 years. Coming off a state championship is CPA, having gone 37-2 last year. Maplewood, Coach Maddox has said earlier today, will be a tough out. This team is talented, athletic, experienced. They bring a lot of guys who've been on the roster for a couple years, including all district players. They're led by Donald Clendenning, 16.3 points per game, along with 5.6 rebounds. Jason Stone, 14.8 points a game and 4.5 rebounds. And Kenny Robertson, 10.8 points a game. Lions led, you would have to say, by a number of players. Probably the main guy you'd look to would be Jalen Lindsay, the junior. And now we're going to have, in a moment, we'll have the Reverend Todd Teller bringing us the invocation, followed by the national anthem, sung by a CPA student, I believe. And David Guthrie now will introduce Once again, thanks to Derek Pintico and Nathan Olmstead, our crew, along with Phil Newman here, your Director of Communications. Looking forward to the broadcast. David Guthrie mentioning that Friday night, Lions will host Pearl Cone here in the Varsity Gym. So if you're in town, please plan to come out. Girls game at 6, boys at 7:30 or so on Friday. David now reminding folks to be sportsmanlike. Always a good reminder. A lot of students over there on the far side. Good to see the students in the house. Now we're going to have the invocation. I mentioned Pastor Todd Teller, who is CPC, a Christ Presbyterian Church pastor, as well as a CPA dad, and then a CPA spouse, his wife, Wheat Teller, teacher here at the Academy. So Tellers certainly are a CPC, CPA family.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for competition. We thank you for athletics. We thank you for basketball. We thank you for these two teams, for Maplewood and for CPA. We just ask that you would watch over them as they play, that you would keep them protected and safe, but that you would allow them to enjoy you as they play, to feel your pleasure as they give all they have on this court. We pray for the fans, we pray for the cheerleaders, for the referees, that you would give us a good, safe night, and that most of all you would be glorified, that we would rejoice, that you meet our needs, you met our greatest need in sending your Son, the Lord Jesus Christ. It's in his name we pray. Amen.
Hearty amen there. Now the national anthem. Outstanding job right there by Sydney Pashley, CPA student. Oh, wow, she almost brought the house down right there with a great rendition of the national anthem. Sydney, member of, I think, Vision, the CPA's advanced vocal group, and outstanding student here at the Academy. Wow. All right. So, Derek Pinnico, here we are. Matchup between two tough teams. Lions, of course, recently nationally ranked, defending state champion. Maplewood's a tough team. They're athletic. They're coming in 10-6, 5-2 with some big victories. Could be a tight matchup, perhaps at least early on.
Yeah, looks could be a close matchup early on. Once CPA gets rolling, could be a different story. So we've been really tested this year with those last couple tournaments that we've been at. So faced some great competition. As you were talking about earlier, you know, we played really well up in Kentucky. We were talking today with the coaches, and they mentioned that once it got to Myrtle Beach, they felt that maybe those 4 days in Kentucky maybe took a toll on their legs and they didn't play their best ball. So
good insight there. Yeah, they definitely had some tough games in Myrtle Beach, and now the starters were announced there for Maplewood. Sorry we missed that, but they include Donald Clendenning, number 1, Jason Stone, 21, Dante Hall, 22, Ladarius Malone, 23, and the 5th is, let me get that one right, number 11, Kenny Robertson, of course, Robertson. Now the starters for the Lions being introduced. Braxton Blackwell, the freshman, outstanding talent, nephew of Mr. Ralph Sampson. Some of you may know Ralph from Virginia days and NBA days. There's Braxton Bonds being introduced. Bonds, outstanding. He'll play the point often for Coach Maddox and the Lions. Now Thomas Richard, who's really come on strong after injury-prone season last year, had a great football season and is doing really well in the hard court this season as well. Here's a sharpshooter, Osmiller, who led the Lions the other day with 8 3-pointers against Lipscomb. 26 points. Is my math right on that? Yes. Leading scorer, big game on Friday. And finally, last but not least, Jalen Lindsey, 21, the junior, introduced. He'll play the post, and he'll come outside and shoot too. He's got a well-rounded game, more and more so as he matures into a well-rounded basketball player. And certainly, I think 16 offers on the table from Division I programs, hoping to get his services next 2 years from now. Coach Drew Maddox, I mentioned, assisted by Coach Michael Cooey, along with Stephen Owens, Brian Alsmiller, and I think Sugar Shane Young, also part of the staff. I don't see Shane down there at the moment. There he is on the far side of the bench. Mentioned Ty Wilson is the head coach for Maplewood. Tipping it off will be Clendenning along with Lindsay. Going left to right or east to west on the campus here will be Maplewood, the Panthers. Lions going west to east to your left. Tip one by Lindsay to Alsmiller, back to Bonds. Bonds in those cool-looking white with neon green shoes.
Yeah, those must be new for the night because I haven't seen those yet.
Breaking out the new shoes inside to Lindsay. Lindsay spins. Lindsay back to Richard. Richard to Blackwell. Blackwell will spin and drive and shoot and score off the rim and the backboard. First bucket of the game for the Lions is a nice little dipsy-do move by Blackwell, and he scores. Now a half-court trap by CPA trying to disrupt, and they're doing a good job so far. There's Robertson, though. Nice shot, not quite tipped in. Well done there by Clendenning. Number one, the first bucket of the game for the Panthers. They tie it up. Coming up quickly this time is Blackwell. Now Alsmiller inside toward Lindsay. Lindsay triple team right there, and then he moves the ball out of bounds. Good D played by the Panthers. They triple team Lindsay, and Lindsay couldn't quite get the handle on that ball. Went out of bounds off of the Lions. Maybe Alsmiller a little bit of a force on that pass. 2-3 zone. It shapes up to be a trapping zone. We'll see. Over to Hall. Dante Hall. Hassle by Bonds. Foul called on the drive by Malone. It'll be Lindsay, I think. It is Jalen's first and the team's first. That could be a problem for CPA if anybody gets into foul trouble. Free throws coming up now. First one is off the rim, no good by Malone. 7:04 to go, just a minute or so into this game. Tied up at 2. Coach Wilson just there had his other 4 players come back for some instruction. Now 2 shots no good, rebounded by Braxton Bonds, and Bonds will bring it across. Screen set high, rolling off of is Lindsay. Now Lindsay outside, right wing. Nice move by Lindsay, 3-pointer, short. Rebound fought for by Richard and won by Richard. Nice job by Thomas right there. Back to Alsmiller. Alsmiller almost traveled there. Looking for help. Finds Lindsay inside, high post. Lindsay double teamed for a moment. Good defense right now by the Panthers. They're disrupting CPA's flow so far. 6:34 to go. Here's Bonds. Bonds, a little runner in the lane. No good. Rebound Richard again. Almost no. Won that time back by Kenny Robertson. Robertson drives. Robertson passes it off to Stone. Rebound this time, no, knocked away, and it's Robertson again, all the way across, out of bounds, off of Clendenning. Jason Stone, I don't recognize him. I think he had longer hair last year, got a haircut this year. He had a lot of, if memory serves, he had a bunch of hair last year. Now he's got a short do, so that doesn't really matter, though. It's more about the points. Alsmiller drives, baseline, out of bounds. On the baseline was Jake that time, unfortunately, because Richard's shot would have gone in, looked like. So we're stuck at 2-2, 6:08 to go in the first. Full court press now. Almost stolen up right there by Jake and Braxton. Gotten across. Stone. Richard, what a steal by Richard. Oh my goodness, what a play. Richard to Bonds, or Lindsay to Bonds. Blackwell, good. What a play by Thomas. If you saw that, I'm not sure. But it's 4-2 Lions. What happened there, Richard diving out of bounds, flipped the ball behind his back basically, in bounce to Lindsay, Lindsay up to Bonds, Bonds to Blackwell I think it was, and the bucket was good. So the Lions go up 4-2, 5:47 on the clock, first quarter. Low-scoring game so far, Derek. What do you think?
Yeah, both teams coming out still a little sloppy. Still need to settle in a little, looks like, and a little sloppy. Some good defense too at the same time, but.
Derek Pennico, if you don't know, is a Belmont graduate student. He was also an intern in the CPA athletics department. Appreciate Derek being part of our crew. The press continues. Broken this time. Clendenin goes up. Blocked by Lindsay. What a block.
Great block.
Stone fakes. Stone blocked by Blackwell. Blackwell fighting for the rebound off the rim. Stone goes up. Foul call this time, I think, on, I'm going to guess Thomas Richard. Am I right? Let's see. It is on Thomas. His first, team's second. Is that right? Yes, team second. No fouls called yet on Maplewood. To the line goes Jason Stone, 21, for 2 shots. First one is a swish this time, basically. See a little bit of the rim going down. 5:29 to go here in the first. Stone again. Takes a deep breath at the line, goes up, and nice shot there. Good job by Stone to compose himself and make those free throws. Full court press now by Maplewood. A little 2-2-1. Broken by Richard. Not too difficult there. In the corner to Lindsay. Lindsay will think about it. And, almost stolen away. And it is stolen away by Maplewood. There's Clendenin. Too many passes there by Maplewood. They had a shot that they should have taken. They didn't take it. Now it's bounced around to Bonds. Bonds 2-on-2. Bonds drives. Bonds to Richard. Nice play. 2 points for Thomas. Well done.
Maplewood tried to get a little too fancy there and backfired, and CPA with the breakaway layup.
No question. Too many passes right there on that. They had a 3-on-1, I believe. Ball knocked away, stolen almost by Lindsay. Blocked by Lindsay now. And Blackwell comes down with a long pass toward Jalen. Jalen will make a move. They call a travel on that. I don't believe that one. Coach Maddox can't believe it either. His arms are outstretched. You look at the referee saying, what? That was 2 steps.
It's a tough call.
Referee's always right. My dad always taught me. No matter what they call, they're always right. 6-4 Lions lead here, 4:34, almost halfway through the first quarter. Very low-scoring game. Kenny Hall, swish for 3. Lead is now the Panthers, 7-6. Rather, Dante Hall. I said Ken Emmett, Dante. Here's a foul called. Shooting, we'll see. Nope, on the side. Foul's called on Hall that time. His first, team first. It'll be a non-shooting foul. 4:17 to go. Bonds inbounds. Alsmiller off a screen from Blackwell for 3. No, in and out. Just in and out. Good screen set by Braxton that time. Blackwell. Here's a double team. Now knocked away by Bonds. Good job by Braxton. Saves it in. Lindsay, though, can't get it. A lot of sloppiness right here on both sides. Richard, Lindsay inside. Blackwell's by himself. He spins. He can't score, but a foul's called on Ladarius Malone, 23. That'll be his first and the team's second. Two fouls now called against each team with 3:57 to go in the first. Blackwell to line. Nice drive by Braxton right there. Free throw good. I believe he has 5 points, if my math is correct. 5 of the 7 for CPA. Other 2 by Richard, I think. Second shot good also. So 6 points for Blackwell early on. Richard has a bucket. Coming in for Maplewood will be Eric. Let me get that one right. Darrett. Thank you, Derek. It's Darrett. Eric Darrett, 32 in the game, replacing Malone. Full court press by the Lions. Now Richard and Blackwell, Bonds. Blackwell also in the game. Lindsay, and then now Parker Howell's in. Sophomore Howell, number 50. They drop back into something of a 2-3. Almost stolen, not quite. That's off of Lindsay. That's a good call, I think. Well, Lindsay thinks it was off of Clendenin there. Hard to tell from this angle.
Yep.
3:45 to go in the first. Long pass, inbounds. Good job right there by Hall. Hall, alley-oop attempt. That won't fly too often against CPA these days. They got a lot of height down low to block those alley-oop attempts, and that time Lindsay disrupted it. So out of bounds, Lions up by 1. 3:38 to go in the first. CPA 14-2, undefeated in district play, 5-0. Maplewood 10-6 overall, 5-2. Long pass, Richard. Can they get there? Yes. Oh, what a save, but it comes to Clendening, and he'll be fouled by Blackwell. Blackwell knows he did it. Trying to help Donald up that time. Blackwell pats his chest to say, my bad there. I committed the foul. No question about it. Nice save, but Richard showing his athleticism there. He's a District 10 AA, I think, co-receiver of the year in football, just announced yesterday or today. So Richard showing his skills right there. Nice pass inside, layup no good though, but tipped in by Clendening. His second bucket of the game. It's 9-8. Maplewood's ahead. 3:16 to go in the first. Bonds will drive. Bonds kicks off to Richard for 3. Swish. Thomas Richard. Three-pointer, his 5th point of the game. Lions back up by a bucket. Maplewood down low. Bad pass right there. Miscommunication from Stone, who was looking for Darrett. And out of bounds to the Lions with 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Big, good, enthusiastic crowd for Maplewood right here to our left. And for CPA across the way mostly, and also to our right down here on this side. Blackwell cross to Lindsay. Lindsay up in the air. Back to Bonds. Bonds set it back up. Maplewood playing, appears to be a 2-3 right now on defense. Yes. Nice move by Blackwell. What a move by Blackwell. No good on the layup, though. Rebound almost saved, but not quite out of bounds off of Braxton Blackwell. He made a nice move.
Yeah,
too bad
a little crossover and took it to the bucket. Tough finish, but couldn't quite get it done.
Out goes Richard. In comes Alsmiller again, I think, yes. So it's Bonds, Alsmiller, Blackwell, Lindsay, and Howell playing his full court press. 2:23 to go, first quarter. Hall gets it across to Stone. Stone drives, another pass. This time unable to handle it was Darrett again. Darrett has made a couple nice cuts toward the basket, but he hasn't been able to get the pass yet. 11-9 Lions, 2:16 to go. Here in the first. Tight game. I see LT right there, Lauren Thompson on the side of the court. She got her 1,000th point, if I'm thinking straight, last week or thereabouts, and was honored at the Lipscomb game on Friday night. Also, of course, she is a Division I signee along with Meredith Roman and Faith Legate. So 3 Lions girls are heading to play Division I basketball next year. All right, a stack here by Maplewood trying to inbound. It'll be Stone who takes it. Stone will make a move on Howell. He'll get a push call. No, what's the call? Push called, I think, on Howell. Yes, it is. Howell's first foul, team's 4th. Right now, 4 players have 1 foul for the Lions. Inbound at this time. Malone gets it to Alexander, who's in the game. Alexander now inside to Stone. Stone for 2. Off-balance shot. Rebound, Lindsay Skies. Here's Bonds. 2 minutes to go in the first. Bonds will kick it back to Lindsay for a long 3. No good. Rebound taken down easily that time by William Alexander, number 20. Full court press. Dropped into. Oh, Lindsay almost steals that one. Shaking his head. Maybe shaking his head. I'm not sure he's shaking his head about that play right there or about the three-pointer didn't fall. I'm not sure, but 1:49 remaining. The press will continue for CPA. It seems to be somewhat effective so far. Really, Derek, both teams a little bit ragged still.
Yeah, both teams playing fast, trying to stay under control.
Charge. That time Clendening charge, and Howell took it. Nice job by Parker there.
Yeah, again, there it is. A little bit out of control. Both teams still sloppy. Just been the pace of play so far.
Third foul called against Maplewood, first on Clendening. He will be guarding Bonds on the inbound attempt by CPA. 1:46 remaining. Blackwell has it. Full court press put on by Maplewood. They're gonna steal it right there. Clendening's shot is no good though. Rebound Blackwell. Blackwell will go up quickly now. Hey, forget about this slow down stuff. Blackwell to Lindsay, slams it. Jalen Lindsay off a great feed from Blackwell. Slams it. That is Lindsay's, I think, first bucket of the game, if my memory serves. Blackwell on the steal attempt. And Lindsay hustles to almost save it in. Can't quite do it, but good hustle there by Blackwell and Lindsay. been no timeouts called yet. It's been a fast-paced first quarter. 1:24 remaining.
We had the one early by Maplewood.
Was it one? Thank you.
Thank you. 4-2.
Thank you. That's right. That's right. Quick timeout. Good call there, Derek. Appreciate that. I forgot about that one. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, though, by Robertson. Robertson looking for help, finds Stone. Back to Robertson. Robertson will make a move over to Alexander. Makes a fake move. Can't shoot. Clendenning has it now to Stone. Or rather, Robertson. Robertson will drive. Robertson kicks back to Malone. Malone back to Robertson, guarded by Manuel was in the game. Number 5, Andrew Manuel. Here comes the rebound by Blackwell. Allsmiller from Bonds. Nails it. Get him going. Junior Jake Allsmiller. If he gets going, it's going to be trouble for Maplewood. First 3 of the game for Jake. Runner, no good that time by Malone. Rebound Lindsay. 16-9, 38 seconds to go. CPA on the verge of maybe breaking it open. Let's see. 2 in a row. Jake Allsmiller. 2 quick threes in about 10 seconds. 10-point lead all of a sudden. 26 seconds to go in the first. More pressure. Half court this time. Here is Stone. No good. Rebound Malone. Malone drive. Malone blocked by Blackwell from behind. Here comes Bonds. 15 seconds to go in the first. Behind the legs to Allsmiller. Allsmiller is hot. Gets it over to Blackwell, though. Back to Bonds. Will they try to get Allsmiller free for a 3? 7 seconds to go in the first. 6, 5, 4. Bonds drives. No good. Foul called on Bonds right there. My goodness. Well, good hustle, good drive. The shot just wouldn't quite fall. That's his first, team's 5th. Maplewood with 3 team fouls so far. Here it is, 1 second to go. Long shot, looks good. Oh, hits the net. Almost a 3-pointer that time, but no good. So we'll catch our breath momentarily if we can. That was a kind of a sloppy, not very smooth first quarter until about the last minute when CPA got rolling.
Yeah, they had some turnovers, and they were able to capitalize. CPA was on those turnovers with some inside layups, some slam dunks. So
nice alley-oop from Blackwell to Lindsay on that thunderous slam dunk. That was beautiful. And
CPA really tries to feed off those turnovers, and when they get those turnovers is when CPA starts to roll. And then when Allsmiller he's kind of a streaky shooter. When he catches fire, he catches fire. When it rains, it pours with him.
No question. We mentioned the 8 against Lipscomb last week, and the leading scorer for the Lions was Jake in that game. Quickly, we'll tell you about some of the opponents here. Well, Maplewood defeated East Ridge, also defeated Stone Memorial. Stone Memorial in the Siegel Thanksgiving Classic. Stone, of course, was in the state tournament last year, and the Lions faced them. So that was interesting that Maplewood's a good team. They beat a state contender last year by 10 early on. Then they beat Stratford, lost to East Nashville, and we'll finish that later. They also defeated Lipscomb easily. Here's Bonds, second quarter underway. Now to Lindsay. Lindsay in the corner to Manuel for 3. He gets fouled. Yes, he does. 3 free throws coming up for Andrew Manuel. Foul committed by Dante Hall, I think.
They always say never foul a jump shooter. And that time they fouled the jump shooter.
I may have missed it. I may have been 23 on the foul, but I missed that anyway. It's the 4th team foul against, I think it may have been called against, I'm not sure actually. I missed it. I didn't hear that. Either way, it's 4 for Maplewood. Manuel at the line for 3 free throws. Made the first, right?
Yes.
Made the second. And he gets one more. In will come Thomas Richard. Maybe able to see, as you can see in the corner there, the CPA cheerleaders. Appreciate them helping to infuse some spirit into almost a rebound there by Manuel. Could have been a 4-point play. Missed free throw, though, was rebounded by Robertson. Robertson, long pass to Malone. Malone saves it in. Drives now inside to Stone. A foul's called? Oh, gracious goodness. It's either on Jake or Braxton Blackwell. What are they going to say? It's going to be on Blackwell. That seems a little bit tough one right there.
Looked like he may have got him right on the wrist as he tried to pass that ball.
Perhaps so. Second foul against Blackwell, 6th on CPA. Second quarter, 7:35 until halftime. Robertson trying to inbound to Clendenning. Does. Man-to-man being played now by CPA. I think it is. Cutting Clendenning off his leg, out of bounds. Yes. Wait a minute. Yes,
Should be CPA ball.
Got to be CPA basketball. Yes, it was. Obviously off Clendenning. Coach Wilson was lobbying hard from down here on the Maplewood bench for Panther basketball, but no. Here's Richard. 21-9, CPA up now by 12. Guard, man-to-man by Robertson. Robertson is an excellent player on both ends. Good defender. Lindsay to Bonds. Screen set by Howell. Driving, nicely done. Gets the roll this time. Bonds steals it. He'll be fouled hard right there by Stone. Good play by Braxton. Now he's juggling the ball in one hand. That's entertaining. Braxton, it was funny to me, it looked like he was frustrated for a second that wasn't a clean layup. He got the roll. He stood there for a second, then he jumped in and stole the ball.
Yeah.
Funny looking play right there. He kind of paused like I'm dejected.
He might have thought that when he went up, might have thought that he was going to miss it.
Yeah, maybe so. And it sprung into action and got the steal. Free throw good. 24-9 Lions threatening to pull away up by 15 now. Make it 16. 7:09 remaining. Press will be, looks like three-quarter court. Full court press. Bonds trying not to foul there. Robertson gets it across. Malone in the corner. Malone guarded by Richard. Bad pass. Good pressure defense right there by Howell and Richard. Timeout call by Coach Wilson. Maplewood looks really frustrated right now.
Yes, they are trying to make the spectacular pass there, it looked like, and just didn't work out.
A little bit too much. And credit CPA with the good pressure defense as well. Derek is pulling double duty right here. Derek Pentico is doing music in the gym as well as helping on the broadcast, so he may have his brain might split open here at some point during this game. I hope not. Being pulled in different directions, but we appreciate his help along with Nathan Olmstead. Also, Nathan is an outstanding CPA student. Right, Nathan? Outstanding CPA student. Trying to set him up. He'd make a fine prom date, I think, as well, perhaps. Okay. Getting ahead of ourselves here. Here's Allsmiller to Bonds inbounding. Bonds guarded by Dante Hall, man-to-man right now. Lindsay comes out to set a screen, rolls off it. Bonds in the corner. Richard for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Howell. Howell goes up. Could have been a foul call either way that time. Richard, what a rebound. Oh, nice layup by Thomas Richard. Howell could have been called for offensive foul or defensive right there. Instead, it was a shot that was rebounded by Thomas, and he put it in. Beautiful job by Richard right there. Lions 27-9. They are on what I believe is at least a 10-0 run. Well, more than that even. At one point, I know it was 14-9, so that's at least a 13-0 run.
Yeah, Lions have been working hard on the glass, getting those rebounds, so a lot of offensive putbacks.
Good point there. That's a lot of how you win basketball games. You block out. Simple stuff. And the Lions work on that a lot in practice. Robertson goes to the line, though. No good on the free throw rebound. Speaking of which, by Richard, here's Bonds. Bonds, 6:27 to go, second quarter. Man-to-man defense being played aggressively by Maplewood, trying to pressure CPA. Allsmiller to Lindsay inside. Lindsay out for three. Oh, my. Wow. Lindsay went way up high that time from the corner and drained a three. Well done by Jalen. Here's Robertson on a little runner. Alley-oop attempt to Garrett was no good, and a foul called in the backcourt against Maplewood on 11 or 1. I think it was 11 on Robertson. Let's see.
Yep. Kenny Robertson, number 11.
Second personal on Kenny. 6th team foul. Here's Bonds with a screen from Parker Howell. They let that high screen, the Lions do. Now it's going to be screen. Lindsay trying to screen for Richard, perhaps. Now Howell screens for Lindsay. Drive by their Bonds. No basket. Fouled before the shot, they say, is called against Dante Hall. He gets a pat on the head from his teammate Clendenning. So Hall picks up his second. Team 7th. So it's going to be 1-1 for Braxton here. Yes, gets the roll. And Bonds with a pat on the backside to his teammate Allsmiller. 31-9. Wow. The Lions are on what I think 32-9 is a 18-0 run. I think that's right. Maplewood's been shut out. You mentioned, Derek, rebounds for CPA have been key, and then good defense.
Yeah, a lot of one-and-dones for Maplewood on the offensive end. So doing good at holding them to just one shot.
5:37 to go. Foul that time called on Jake Alsmiller. Well, CPA is back in decent form after a difficult outing. Derek said it earlier that in Myrtle Beach they may have had some tired legs after that 4-game run up in Louisville to win the King of the Bluegrass. Outstanding achievement right there that propelled CPA into the national rankings, but they may be a little bit out of gas, perhaps, down to the Beach Ball Classic. Shot no good. Rebound, Lindsay, yes. Free throw was no good. Lindsay got it to Bonds. 5:30 to go in the first half. Bonds, man-to-man defense being played by Hall. Hall, now it's back. Manuel's in the game again. Andrew Manuel. Richard, a little bit hot to handle the pass right there, but he controls it. Screen by Lindsay. Span is in the game. Blocked that time by Stone. He will drive. Ball knocked away by Manuel. Maybe a foul called against Andrew there, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. I thought maybe for a second there we were going to get a jump ball call, but
could have been. Coleman Span is the one who's in the game I mentioned. He took a shot a minute ago that was blocked by Jason Stone. It is Stone at the line for a couple of free throws here on the foul call by Manuel, his first. Team's 9th. Shot no good. Free throw shooting been not a good thing for the Panthers so far tonight. They've been cold from the line and from really anywhere else in the field. 9 points to show for their efforts so far. That time it's good, though. Maybe I give them the reverse jinx. 32-10. More man-to-man defense. Maplewood, my question, will they wear out second half with all this man-to-man, full-court defense? They may get a little tired. We'll see. The depth factor, I think, favors CPA. Bond with a screen from Lindsay. Lindsay now it's over to Richard. 4:50 in the second. Manuel has it to Coleman Span. Span out front, guarded by Darrett. Good D being played right here. A switch, but no. Oh my goodness. Well, good. It was a good roll off a switch from Lindsay, but Span couldn't quite get the pass to him cleanly. Now they give 5. Lindsay goes, don't worry about it. Let's move on. 4:35 to go. Lions lead by 22 points in this District 10 AA matchup. Nice drive, no good on the shot. Gets on rebound though that time, does Hall. Now to Clendenning, now to Kenny Robertson. Robertson, long three, short off the rim, front of the rim. Rebounded by Bonds, and a foul will be called, committed by Robertson. So Maplewood cold shooting and not getting many rebounds, as we've said several times.
yeah, that one looked like kind of a frustration foul. Mad for missing the shot. His team, everyone has kind of been cold and it's kind of upset. So.
And good hustle that time by Bonds to track down that rebound. Long rebound. It will be he to the line. That was the 8th team foul committed by Maplewood, rather. So 1-and-1 here for Bonds. No good this time. Rebound taken away by Darrett. Gets it out to Wimberly, who's in the game now, number 10. Ladarius Wimberly to Kenny Hall. Good pressure by CPA. But Hall has it to Stone in the middle. Stone now looking for Wimberly. Wimberly, nice pass to Clendenning. What a move. Shot no good, though. Rebound by Stone. Blocked by Span there, but before that, a foul was committed, I think, by Manuel. Let's see. 2 shots coming up for the Panthers. It will be committed, yes, by Manuel. That will be, I think, his second. Team's 10th. So every foul from here on out will be 2 shots for the Panthers. This one's a 2-shot foul anyway because of the shot. At 3:52 remaining here in the first half. Howell comes back in, so does Jake Alsmiller. Out go Manuel and Span. A couple good minutes for those guys hustling. Lions lead it by 21. Jason Stone's free throw is good. Swish right there. Bonds. Full court press, but all by himself is Richard. Oh, he gets hacked, no call. Tried to jam it. Darrett was there on D. Here's Lindsay from Alsmiller. Lindsay now to Bonds. Defense being played. Screen set by Howell. A little bit of a hip check almost. What's the call? Push called.
Push in the back.
There you go. On Dante Hall.
Looks like he put 2 hands on him. Once you put the 2 hands on him, it's usually an automatic call there.
And it will be Lindsay to the line. That was the 9th team foul committed by Maplewood, so this will be 1-1 as well. 3:31 to go in the second quarter. Free throw finds the mark. Jason Lindsay got an offer the other day, I think, from Mississippi State, which made his 17th or 16th D1 offer so far, the junior. Second free throw is a swish. Lions trying to repeat a state championship run last year. And so far getting it done tonight. Leading now by 22 again with 3:30 to go. Here's more pressure on Wimberly. Trying to get it, barely gets it to Alexander. Alexander now down to Darrett for a shot from the baseline, no good. Foul's called on someone down here, maybe Manuel.
Like maybe number 5 with a push in the back for CPA.
That'd be Andrew Manuel. Looks like yep, that's a call. There'll be 2-shot foul at this point. 10+ fouls. Richard is in. Who went out? Let's see. Howell's going to come back in momentarily, I think. Coach Maddox wearing the blazer with the shirt and tie. Going away from his polo shirt and blazer look. Perhaps a resolution for this year, I'm not sure. If my math is correct here, the Lions were, in fact, well, they were undefeated in 2012 until December 27th, and then they lost the 2 games at the Beach Ball Classic. But what a run for CPA in 2012, and off to a good start this year as well. Free throws good that time, nice shot. Lions are undefeated in 2013, 1-0. What a drive by Braxton Bonds.
Tough
3:08
layup.
to go.
Tough layup.
Nice job there. Here is Alexander trying to get it across. He does to Wimberly. Wimberly drive. Wimberly looking for Darrett off his hands. Picked up by Thomas Richard. Under 3 minutes to go. CPA will try to run it. Bonds. Been a while since a three-pointer from Jake Alsma. We'll see if Jake gets another chance here. And he will. No. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Good screen by Bonds. Driving is Jake. Blocked that time by Clendenning. Nice job by Donald. Down to Alexander. Alexander with a nice drive. Goes up. No. Tries to pass it. It's errant. Here comes Bonds with Lindsay. By himself will go Bonds. Rejected, though, by Clendenning. Nice block by Donald again. 2 in a row for Clendenning. Wimberly for 2. No good. Rebound. Allsmiller all by himself is Bonds. Will he dunk it? Let's see. He'll lay it in. Nicely done. Jake all the way down court to Braxton Bonds. The layup is good. I think he can dunk. I'm not so sure, but that was a nice play.
I'm not sure either. I have not seen it.
I haven't seen him dunk in practice or in games, but that doesn't mean he can't do it. Either way, 38-14. Bonds is the kind of guy, Coach Maddox will talk about how he works so hard on his individual game. I've seen him in the gym here during the summers doing individual drills. That's a lonely thing to do by yourself. That proves your dedication. So the Lions comfortably ahead, 38-14. 2:15 remaining in the first half. If you're Maplewood, what do you think you need to do to try to stem the tide here? Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, they got to start taking a little bit better care of the ball, and I mean, somebody needs to catch fire for them.
The shooting has been woeful for the Panthers tonight, and the rebounding. All right, 2:10 to go here in the first half. Both teams from now will be in a double bonus. Foul committed will result in 2 free throws for either team. Clendenning to Wimberly. Ladarius will look for some help back to Clendenning. It's more of a zone being played by CPA. They're sort of sinking back. Well, maybe a box. Well, no, it's a man-to-man, actually. My bad. Wimberly, a runner, no good short. On rebound, Clendenning with a nice layup. Donald Clendenning is a good player. Donald with the left-handed layup. Here's Jake, blocked on the three-pointer, blocked by Darrett, picked up by Alexander. Alexander ahead to Stone. Now Stone, 1:35 to go, drives, lays it up, no good. Rebound, fought for. Now picked up by Wimberly, guarded by Richard momentarily. Now it's going to be over to Alexander. Good hustle right now by both teams. Alexander drives, he shoots, no good. No call right there. Could have been called a foul against Howell, but wasn't. Here come the Lions. 1:14 remaining in the first half. Stolen away, maybe. Almost stolen, but a foul's called. Alexander can't believe it. He can't believe he did anything wrong. I didn't see much there either. That may be kind of a hustle play by 3 guys hitting the floor. The referee may have thought he bumped or grabbed Bonds. So Bonds gets 2 free throws.
Yeah, must have saw something from his angle that we didn't see over here.
A lot closer to the play than I am. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Free throw. 38-16, Lions lead. 1:10 to go in the first half. We have Bonds at the line. Alsmiller, Lindsay, Richard, and Howell in the game. Maplewood has Stone, Alexander, Wimberly, Darrett, and Clendenning. Donald Clendenning, number 1. Wow, he's playing some good basketball right now. He's Sky. He's got some good height. Blocked a couple shots. Nice layup. Here's Stone for 2. Bouncing around. No good. Rebound, though, by Maplewood. Blocked by Lindsay, I think, or disrupted. Stone gets it back to Wimberly. Under a minute to go in the first half. CPA in a bit of a trapping zone. Paul Adams in the game. I should mention that. 32, Paul Adams. Big post player. Kicked that time by Alsmiller. Called. Alexander will inbound, looking for Wimberly. 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Lions comfortably ahead now. Pass knocked away by Adams. Good job by him. Bonds, Lindsay. Lindsay makes a move. He'll be fouled pretty hard there by Wimberly. Coach Maddox is clapping and saying something. He's encouraging his team with some claps right there. Drew Maddox, of course, CPA fans know. Vanderbilt, star, All-State, I think it's All-State, if I get that right, legend, named last year. Lions head coach, 7th season. 1 state title so far for his teams. 34.9 seconds on the clock. Lions now lead it 40-16. So it's now 41-16, a 25, right? Point lead. I think that's right. You're maybe more of a math whiz than I am. 25 points.
Yep.
Okay. Confident confirmation there. Clendenning. All the way. Stolen by Lindsay, though. Lindsay for Bonds will go in and drive and score. Bonds. A lot of layups for Braxton Bonds. Good pass from Lindsay right there. Here is Alexander down the lane. They're calling that a charge. Good charge taken there by Paul Adams, number 12. Maybe a little bit of acting there. What do you think?
I don't know. If this was the NBA rules, he might have been inside the little arc, but
that's true.
We're still in high school.
Yeah, that was definitely, I think, a little bit of he helped the call along, put it that way. 8 seconds to go, now 7, 6. High screen by Lindsay, rolls off it. In the corner to Richard for 3. No good. Rebound. Stone at the buzzer. No shot. Well, there you go. It's halftime. 43-16. CPA leads at the half. That is a 27-point advantage, right? Yes. 27-point advantage. I laugh at my own math abilities. So at the half, we'll tell you, it's Lions comfortably ahead as you've been watching. We'll get some of the stats here momentarily to give you some of the leading scorers. Bonds got to be in that mix. Good play by really all the Lions. A little bit ragged early on, but they got more of a flow as the half went on.
They did. The Lions kind of got that, started getting those turnovers and capitalizing on the turnovers. And from there, they were boxing out on the offensive and defensive glass, getting some easy putbacks, holding Maplewood to 1 shot, and really helped turn the game in their favor and hit a run.
That's excellent summary right there, Derek. That's really what happened. And CPA looks on pace to go to what would be 15-2. And at this point, they actually might be on track to have a similar record to last year if they were to run the table. They went 37-2 last year. We'd have to say on paper, CPA will be favored in all their district games and all the way through sectional probably. They'll be a top-ranked team in the state. Big game I want to mention to folks out there on the 26th of this month, which is Saturday night. Ensworth comes to CPA It should be in a really electric atmosphere. We'll have the broadcast for you, but if you're in town, do what you can to get here in the gym and get here early because it's going to be packed. And CPA went over to Ainsworth last year. The boys went over and lost. The girls, I can't recall actually, to be honest with you, the result of that game, but I think it was a double victory for Ainsworth that evening, if memory serves. That's not right. Hold on a minute. That's not right. Anyway, sorry about that. My memory's fuzzy on last year. Either way, Ainsworth will be a tough out. They got Corin Elder, of course, who's an outstanding football player on the team. And the boys, rather, I said, but the boys and girls both come here on the 26th. The girls a game at 6, boys at 7:30 or so. It'll be a packed gym. I was talking to Mr. Richard Anderson and also Coach Mike Elson, and he said, Coach Elson said, tell people to get here early because the gym's going to be full and hot.
Yeah, it may end up being like I heard last Friday night where they had to cut admission off at right at the beginning of the first quarter, pretty much.
No question. That Lipscomb game also always a big rivalry contest. Lions, the girls and boys won convincingly in those games last Friday night, but a lot of history there with Lipscomb and CPA, and the Lions go back to visit Lipscomb. Get the date on that one correct. On February 5th, CPA goes to Lipscomb, and no question that'll be like last year, like every year. Pretty intense environment. And that's what you like to see. You like to see those kind of games that are big rivalries that get people excited. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for the second half in about 6 minutes or so. So stick around. Lions lead 43-16 here at the break. CPA fans, thanks for joining us here. This is Phil Newman, your Director of Communications at the Academy, along with Coach Drew Maddox, our varsity head basketball. Wow, no, say that again. I'll be able to cut off the front. Just keep going. Just keep it going. I'll be able to trim off the front. CPA fans, thank you for joining us. This is Phil Newman, your Director of Communications here at the Academy, along with Drew Maddox, our head coach for varsity boys basketball at the Academy. Coach Maddox, thank you so much for joining us for a few minutes to do a little season preview here.
Yeah, thank you, Phil, for all you do, and thank you for having me.
Well, our pleasure. And for those who may not be familiar, this is the 7th year coaching at the Academy for Coach Maddox. A lot of success over those years for him and for the team, a lot of accolades, and culminating in a state championship run last year in 11-12, and quite a huge day that was. I mean, capping off an amazing season and finishing off winning that last game, which you say is a dream for everybody, whether you're a coach or a player. So I want to ask you, Coach Maddox, about that before we get into this year. Just looking back at that, and I was there with you after the game, and just seeing that whole experience was phenomenal. So did it sink in right away, or did it take a while, maybe still taking some time to sink in that, hey, we're state champions?
Yeah, I don't think you ever fully realized what was accomplished. You know, it was an amazing season, memorable in so many different ways, Phil. I mean, every measurable you could measure a memory by, it was just special. We had unique relationships, outstanding community support. The kids played the right way. I mean, they were unselfish. They loved and served each other well. So it just was an incredible experience to get to be a part of an organization and a team, that was about the right things, that really truly thought about their teammate before themselves. And it just exemplified all the way to the state championship. The funny thing about that Saturday after we had done it, though, was, we laughed leading up that week because Coach Legate the girls had already won it the week before. And so, the week leading up to it, everybody, can the boys do it again? Can you become, exactly. Can you become the 4th team in the history of high school athletics in the state to do that? And so, it was difficult trying to block that out, but bittersweet in some ways, though, because some unbelievable seniors that were special. But definitely, the locker room was a special time to be in that locker room winning that last game.
I think somebody at the girls' state title looked over you and said, "Hey, one more, Drew." So that pressure must have been extra incentive perhaps that week.
Yeah,
but
it was.
And you mentioned before we go on, I wanted to make sure folks know, speaking about being part of the CPA community. Of course, Coach Maddox also is our Director of Enrollment, which is an exciting job to have. And this time we're blessed to be in a season of growth and really seeing the Academy flourish and blossom, aren't we?
It's a special time in the life cycle of this special place, and we're getting to experience the fruit of a lot of investment by many people. People that I don't even know. A lot of prayer and a lot of thought and a lot of vision, and God really blessed a lot of people with a vision for this place. And you and I now, as employees of this place, as you try to extend the brand in the marketplace, and we try to be welcoming and hospitable to our visitors that visit. It's really amazing when you look back over the life cycle of the Academy to see where the organization is today. And it's just a blessing. I mean, it's so much fun to host these prospects and these guests to our campus. And, there's a buzz about our brand right now in the marketplace. And so God is really blessing us during this season. And so we're just trying to capitalize on all the growth initiatives and the strategic plan of the leadership that has blessed this academy.
No question, it's humbling to be part of the growth in this environment and see what the Lord is doing here. So back to the hardwood now, speaking of exciting things there. This year you mentioned some of the key parts last year. Obviously, among the seniors, we had Craig Bradshaw, one of the 3 seniors who is now at Belmont doing well as a freshman. And but those seniors are tough to replace. And if you can, talk about the roster this year and what you expect. Obviously, it's a young team still, but a lot of experienced guys.
Absolutely. I think you said it correctly. You think about looking at our roster on paper, and first thing that jumps out at you is there's no seniors. And so it does look to be a youthful roster, but the guys on this roster have played basketball an awfully long time, literally had experience all over the world playing the game, and some of the guys have been playing since they were freshmen here at CPA. And so I trust this group. I've known this group for a long time. We've been through a lot of great memories together, going back to when they were little kids. And so it's just it's a special group in so many ways. So yeah, there's a void not having that senior leadership, but this group has what it takes to kind of pick up the slack without that senior leadership. Now, obviously without those 3 seniors, Craig Bradshaw, Tucker Johnson, Brandon Cook, there was a void. There is a void. Those 3 were special. They were great leaders. But I really like this junior class. There's 9 of them, and it's a tremendous thing to see the closeness that group really exhibits.
And you've got, of course, inside-out threats with Jalen Lindsey. You can play both, and of course got Jake, the sharpshooter from 3, and Braxton Bonds right on the floor a lot, and then 9th grader Braxton Blackwell, among other pieces. But what do you expect? Who do you think will be the players that you really got to rely on to step up big this season?
Well, the 4 that you just mentioned are unquestioned some of the best players in the mid-state area, if not the country. All 4 of those guys hold Division I scholarship offers, and not one of them are seniors. They're very gifted. It's really amazing. Those 4 are so super talented. And they get a lot of attention, as they should, because they're obviously gifted. I think kind of a surprise player, if you mentioned those 4, I think somebody that the community is going to really love seeing back with us is Thomas Richard. He had such a great football season this year, and he's come off that a foot injury that saw him out for about 14 to 16 months. He hadn't played a competitive basketball game since his freshman year. And in his first game this past week, he had 15 points and led us in scoring. So I think the community will really like.
And we have to cut that short a little bit, the interview with Coach Maddox. Sorry about that, but second half about to begin in about 15 seconds here. This is Phil Newman along with Derek Pettico and Nathan Olmstead on camera, bringing the broadcast Lions lead here at the half comfortably, 43-16. Leading scorers, Bonds has 13 points at the half. I thought he had a lot of layups, so he added up quickly. 13 points for Bonds, 9 for Lindsey. On the other side, it's Donald Clendenning with 6 points for Maplewood, leading his team. Tough night for the Panthers so far with only 16 points. We'll see at the second half. Derek said it a few minutes ago, they need somebody to get hot to get back in this game, and so far nobody has done so. Lineups appear to be the starters pretty much, I think, for both teams, yes. Robertson has the ball over to Clendenning. Guarded, hassled there by Braxton Bond. Second half underway. Allsmiller inside to Stone. Nice move by Jason Stone. Lays it in. Good. So a bucket to begin the second half for Stone and Maplewood. 7:42 to go. Now Bonds will be guarded man-to-man by Dante Hall. Screen set there by Blackwell, the freshman. Now Lindsey inside. Nice pass from Jake. Foul called against either Clendenning or Stone there, let's see which one. It's on Donald. That will be his second personal, team's first of the half. Free throw good by Lindsay quickly. Swish for Jalen with 10 points now. Now make it 11. So Lindsay scores 2. Lions go up 2 apiece this half so far. Pressure continues. Lions student section's over there. Here is off the hands, slipping out of the hands, I believe, of Malone. Here come the Lions. Blackwell will drive. Oh, what a pass to Lindsay, and he dunks it for a 2. Sweet little pass from Blackwell, kind of a little hook shot pass from Braxton to Lindsay for the slam. What a nice play. Now under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ball controlled by Hall over to Robertson. Robertson drives on Alsmiller. Alsmiller now stolen away that time to Bonds. Bonds ahead to Richard. Richard disrupted nicely there by by Jason Stone. Do the leg. Nice play by Robertson right there. Sweet little dribble. Clendenning no-look pass to Malone for 2. Off the mark. Rebound Bonds. Long pass to Lindsay, though. Stolen by Malone. Good job by Malone right there. Now he has the ball stolen away from behind by Richard. Now Lindsay. Lindsay has a 2-on-1. He will travel, I think, yes. I thought Lindsay might for a moment set up Blackwell for the oop. Instead, he tried to make that 2-step drive and maybe lost his balance. I think he thinks he got pushed there.
Yeah, I think he thought he got pushed or hacked a little bit on the arm, but the travel was before that, so a little out of control.
Good point. Yep, definitely a little bit out of control on that one. 6:18 to go. Lions are ahead by 29 points. Malone. Rather, that wasn't Malone. That was actually Dante Hall kicking it off to Robertson. Pass no good. Tip by Clendenning, no good. Stone has it now. Hall. Foul called on Blackwell. Looked like all ball from here, perhaps. Referee's always right. Started to say earlier, some of the games that Maplewood's played, they lost to Pearl Cone by 2 points in a tough game. Defeated Brainerd down at Brainerd in Chattanooga. Lost to Columbia. Beat Madison Academy. They had some tough games this year. They beat Alcoa and Webb School of Knoxville. Good teams over there that they defeated. That's a good team, Maplewood. They're not a slouch, but they're definitely outmatched today. Free throw is good. 47-20. Here is Bonds all the way. What a play by Braxton. Wow. Nice layup. Bonds trying to steal it. He does. Here's Blackwell. Alsmiller, not for 3. He will drive. Kick off. Bonds picks it up. What a pass to Blackwell. Blackwell drives. Flips it up. No good. Bonds has 15 points now. Crazy play right now. Foul called or out of bounds. One of the two. I'm not sure which. 15 for Braxton Bonds. His team leads by 29 again, 49-20. It'll be, I missed the call. Foul called against Richard.
Yeah, Richard went plowing into the student section there trying to save it. It looks like he knocked over one of the young ladies standing there.
Oh, goodness.
So he had to help her up.
She okay?
It looks like it. She's laughing about it, so.
He'll get some grief about that one maybe tomorrow from some of his buddies at school. It looks like it might be Mary Morgan Smith. I can't.
Yeah, the lady down there in the purple.
I think that's Mary Morgan.
Sweatshirt.
My eyes are a little bit tired right now, but no. Yes, it is Mary Morgan Smith. So taking a charge there in the crowd is Mary Morgan. Oh, nice tip right there by Lindsay off a miss by Alsmiller. Lions now putting on a little bit of a clinic. It's 51-22. Full court press continues, or at least three-quarter court press. Here's Stone. Long 3 on the way. Good. Nice shot by Jason Stone. Alsmiller thought he had good D. I really did have good D. Had a hand in the face of Stone, but Stone buried it. 26-point lead for CPA.
Maplewood's going to need a few more of those to get back into this game.
No question. Not over yet. 4:41 to go in the third quarter. I mean, it's probably over, but if the team were to catch fire, anything can happen in basketball these days with the three-point line, of course. Jake inside for Lindsay. He's fouled by Jason Stone that time. Just under 4:29 to go, 4:30 to go in the third quarter. So Maplewood has defeated some good teams this year, I was trying to say earlier, including several from East Tennessee over in Knoxville.
They are a very athletic team.
No question. 10-6 on the year, though. Osmiller no good that time. Too strong by Jake. And here comes Clendening. He will drive. He will shoot. Out of control a little bit. No good that time on the rebound by Stone. Here comes Richard from Osmiller on the rebound. Blackwell lays it in. He's a smooth player. And a great pass from Thomas that time to Braxton. Lead is back to now 28, actually. Maybe the biggest lead of the game. No, it's been 29 before. Stolen by Osmiller, and Blackwell, rather, is hammered that time by whom? Let's see. Wimberly, who's in the game, number 10. My mouth gets tongue-tied about with all these B's. The Braxton, Bonds, Blackwell, Braxton, Blackwell. I'll get that figured out eventually. Foul committed by Wimberly, his second personal. Team's third already for Maplewood. Inbounding will be Bonds to Osmiller. Almost, I think, might have thought about shooting it. Almost loses the ball. Good D play by Robertson that time. Kenny Robertson, really tough defense. Maybe over and back, no. Robertson again. Robertson's a tough defender. Richard drives, though, nicely done, lays it in. Gets past the initial disruption from Robertson, and left-handed layup is good. Parker Howell going to come in momentarily. 3:30 to go in the third. Wimberly guarded by Osmiller. Alley-oop. Oh, nice play right there. Alley-oop from Robertson to Clendening. Donald had some hops, no question.
Came down and landed a little awkwardly, it looked like, so luckily looks like he's okay.
Sure, thank goodness. That's a dangerous type play. Nice play by Kenny Robertson. Now Robertson will bring it up. Shot is good by Robertson now, 55-29. Back to a, what is that, 26 point lead. Jake now for three, short. Oh, Richard gets the roll. Is that going to be goaltending? I'm not sure. I think Coach Wilson thinks it should be goaltending. He tried for the dunk, and he missed the dunk, but the ball bounced around and fell in the basket. I don't know. I'm not sure the rule on that one. It is going to be good. A timeout was called, a 30-second timeout called by Coach Maddox. What do you think, Derek, on that one? It looked like it might have been.
I'm not sure. That's a tough one to say. I mean, he was trying to dunk it, hang in there, and I mean, it's just kind of the luck that it didn't go in, but he was trying to finish the dunk at the same time. I'm not sure the ruling on that, how that works, but
his hands are on the rim when the ball goes in, I think. That's an unusual situation, but it looked like Maplewood's coaches kind of erupted that time, thinking it might be a goaltend or basket interference, but instead it's called a bucket. The Lions lead again by 28 points at 57-29 with 2:43 remaining in the third quarter. I expect we'll see some of the students start to head for the doors, maybe 8:41 on my watch. A lot of homework. First day back today for the students here at the Academy after a nice Christmas and New Year's break. And I know personally I have a couple of tired kids at my house trying to adjust back to school routine. Nice shot there by Kenny Robertson on the three. Lead is back to 25. Now full court press played as Dante Hall was hassling Bonds on the inbound from Richard. 2:15 to go here in the third. Bonds. Osmiller in the corner, guarded closely by Robertson. Back to Bonds. Now Osmiller, they won't give him a clean look right now. They're going to guard him closely on the perimeter. Smart play, smart plan. Richard to Bonds, 1:58 to go in the third. Bonds, bad pass there. He was looking for Lindsey, but Lindsey was blanketed pretty well that time by Ladarius Malone.
Yeah, I think that he was not looking and expecting that pass.
Here is Maplewood. Hall has it back to Wimberly. Wimberly looking inside, but Parker Howell's in the game now guarding Malone on the inside. Robertson kicks it to Wimberly. Wimberly double team momentarily. A lot of length that time. A lot of length in the game right now for CPA with Howell, Osmiller, Lindsey, Richard. Tough to penetrate those big trees if you're Maplewood. 1:27 to go in the third. Bonds, Richard, Osmiller, stolen by Robertson. Robertson's a good player, boy. Kenny Robertson On the drive, draws the foul. Clendening with the slam, no good, will not count. Maplewood section to our left down here applauds. That's a nice play by Robertson to make the steal and draw the foul. He's a player.
He is. Took it stronger the hole that time and drew the foul.
This team will be one that will be tough out in district and region play in the tournaments. And or if they make the region, I mean, they'll be a tough out for somebody. Maybe CPA. Shot is bouncing out. Maybe an Achilles heel for them. Could be free throw shooting. At least it is tonight.
Yes. They just doesn't seem like a good shooting team at this point in the season yet. When they have scored, it seems like it's been going to the rack and laying it up and in. So
this time we reverse jinxed him. It goes in. Full court press by the Panthers here. Blackwell has it. Blackwell likes to control, likes to handle the basketball. Big man at 6'7" or so. Oh, nice pass to Howell, lays it in. Blackwell loves to assist also. He likes to play the point. And that was a beautiful little assist and a nice little finger roll by Mr. Parker Howell, the freshman, the sophomore rather, from the freshman, Blackwell. Robertson drives. Robertson disrupted by Howell. And rebound by Lindsay. Good job by Parker right there to make him change his shot. Here's Blackwell. Oh, nice pass from Richard. Beautiful passing by the Lions. Laid in by Andrew Manuel. Wow. Richard, I think, to Howell, to Manuel, to the bucket. 32 seconds to go in the third. Lions back up now by 28. Robertson has it over to Hall. Hall. Oh, nice cut right there by Wimberly. And he misses the layup, though. Tough break right there. Out of bounds off of somebody. They're going to say off of Mr. Wimberly. That was a tough break. He made a great cut to the basket.
Yeah.
Missed the layup.
Just didn't finish that one. It's kind of the story of their night. No, nothing can fall for them. So
absolutely. 13 seconds to go in the third. Lions trying to go up by 30 or 31 to make a three, I guess. 7 seconds now, 6, 5. Blackwell, screen from Howell, rolls off it. Blackwell to Howell, maybe 3 seconds. It'll be called what? A foul. Hold on a minute. That's a tough break for Maplewood right there. And Coach Wilson hangs his head a little bit. That looked to me like more just, I don't know about that
like
one.
Maybe a jump ball.
Yeah,
or
maybe
something,
a jump ball.
because he came down with it still in his hand, it looked like. So
unfortunate call right there against the Panthers if you're Maplewood. So no time on the clock. It'll be untimed 2 free throws for Parker Howell, the sophomore. Outstanding football lineman as well, number 66 on the football field, 50 here on the hard court. Some of the fans might hit the exits pretty soon, I think. I would presume. Second one goes in. That's hard to make those free throws when you're standing there by yourself. Usually you're used to having guys on either side of you. That is a very quiet end of the third quarter. Things kind of just tapered off right there. So the Lions lead it by 29 at the end of 3. And what can we tell you? Fouls, 3 against CPA, 4 against Maplewood. In that quarter, it was more of the same. Lions kind of pulled away a little bit. Maplewood not giving up. I'm liking Donald Clendening, Kenny Robertson especially, Jason Stone. Those guys are the 3 leaders really for the Panthers, but Lions too much for them tonight.
Yeah, it's a good athletic club, good ball players, but just not their night.
They'll be a force to reckon with, I think, in district play as the next 2 months, next month or so goes on before we get to the tournaments. District this time will begin, let me see if I get this right, February 9th with a play-in game, and then we'll have quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Richard over to Blackwell, man-to-man being played by Maplewood. Here's Lindsay. Lindsay across to Jake. Jake to Thomas, inside to Blackwell. Left-handed spin move, no good, but he fights for the rebound and gets it. Oh, what a pass. Blackwell to Bonds. That Braxton Blackwell is fun to watch. He is a freshman, my goodness. Robertson, Clendening. That's going to be a nice save by Wimberly. Good play right there to save it from going over and back. Malone for 2, short, rebound to Jake Osmiller. Good job by Jake. He had Lindsay for a second. Now he'll get it toward Richard, yes. And 7:05 on the clock. If the lead gets to be 35, the clock will run. We'll see if that happens. Lindsay for two. No good. Way too strong. Rebound taken away by Hall. Hall 1-on-2 will drive. Throw it up there. No good. Rebound Lindsay. Kind of a wild shot that time by Dante Hall. Bonds, will he slow it up? Coach Maddox is standing up here down below. He's put his hands out as if to say maybe spread a bit and slow it down. We'll see. Lindsay with a nice athletic save on the pass from Blackwell. 6:30. Lions have no reason to hurry. Blackwell drives. No good, but a foul is called on Maplewood's, I think, Malone. Let's see. No, actually going to be on Robertson. Is that what that meant?
Yeah,
I think he did two fingers. Either that or he has a twitch in his finger. It's number 1, but I think it's number 11. Robertson commits the foul. Yes, he's out. That's his 5th. He sat down quickly, did Kenny Robertson. Well, that's a tough break for Kenny. He's a good player. Out of the game right now, though. The other number 11 in the game is Blackwell. The line makes the first one. Lions go up by 32. 6:23. If 35 is one more point and the clock will run, 35 plus, the clock runs continuously. Okay, out goes Bond, in comes Coleman Spann for the second time tonight. Also, Paul Adams back in the game, number 12. We're going to see some reserve players getting some playing time here momentarily. Long three, no good by Hall. Rebound, bounced around, out of bounds off of Lindsay. Fighting for it with Clendenning. Coach Maddox yells at somebody about, it says rebound. It might have been Coleman, I'm not sure, but he says, hey, rebound. This is basketball, remember?
Yeah.
You're still playing basketball here. Pass into Hall for three, swish.
They may be up 35 points, but now's not the time to get lazy either. We've still got a long season ahead of us.
No question. Coach Maddox always coaching to the end of every game, no matter what the score is. Lead now 30, actually, at 6:04 and running. Adams back to Thomas. Richard. They'll run some clock if they can. Richard, Lindsay. Lindsay makes a move. Lindsay shoots. Lindsay's no good. Rebound taken away by Malone. Now gives it to Wimberly. Wimberly will bring it toward midcourt. 5:45 remaining. Nice pass. It's a travel almost. What's the call? Foul against either Adams or Lindsay. I think Adams. Let's see. Yes. Adams gets the foul call. Malone drove it in and drew the foul. First foul called against Adams, team's 4th. So not really much of a factor, the foul situation for either team. Rattles in. Malone's free throw, good. Lead back to 29. Looking ahead, Lions play next at MLK on Thursday, and then back here at home against Pearl Cone on Friday night. Hope to see you here. We'll not be able to broadcast either one of those games. The next broadcast will be the Ensworth game on January 26th. Next scheduled broadcast. We'll let you know if we have any others, but at this point, next one scheduled is Ensworth on the Saturday the 26th. Stolen away here is Hall to Clendenning. He drives, draws the foul. Block is called against Paul Adams. Clendenning will hustle to the end, too. He's a good player. Fun to watch. Five and 2 coming in tonight. Maplewood, not a bad team at all. We said that several times in district play. They're going to be tough. It'll be East Nashville and Maplewood, I think, that test CPA the most, on paper anyway, in the district the rest of the way. Lions play Maplewood again on February the 1st at Maplewood.
Yes, I'm sure East Nashville is looking forward to coming to CPA. As close of a game as that was at East Nashville.
No question.
Took a second half comeback for CPA to win that game.
Good drive by Adams there. He draws the foul. No good on the basket, but they'll get 2 shots. No question about that, Derek. We were there together that night. That was a pretty intense basketball game till the very end. And it was Lindsay taking over with a couple big shots to really break it open. Not break it open, but give CPA the winning margin. When is that game? January 22nd. East Nashville comes to Formerly East Literature, by the way, if you're wondering about East Nashville. It used to be East Literature until this year. It's a new name, East Nashville. I guess they do more than literature over there now. They do math, too, etc. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Wimberley to Hall. Not seeing many subs get in the game for Maplewood. I wonder if they'll get some playing time. We'll see. Alexander off the foot of Blackwell. That'd be a new shot clock if we were in the NBA. Or I guess college. Or an adjusted shot clock, I should say. So now lead is 29, right? Shot is off the rim, no good. Rebound, Richard. That was a shot by Alexander, no good. Here comes Blackwell running the point. Fun to see that. Braxton goes, I think, at least 6'7", maybe 6'8". He's only a freshman, so he's going to grow some more. Span, no good. Rebound, Blackwell lays it in. That guy. The word I keep coming back to is just silk. I mean, he's silky to watch. Also, there's Connor Zelnick in the game, number 3, playing good defense against Wimberley. Connor in that 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone. Ball picked up by Blackwell. Blackwell, let's see what he reminds me a little bit of, I used to watch Charles Davis play. He played for the Bulls. And also Vanderbilt University, I think, if memory serves. Blackwell has that same kind of unselfish look. He wants to feed his teammates. But if he can't feed them, he'll certainly be willing to score as well. Blackwell will drive. Pass, though, that time stolen away by Hall. Dante Hall. Hall will drive. Good. Richard tried to block it. It's fun to see, Derek. It's fun to see a freshman like Blackwell playing point guard right now with so much growth potential.
Right. He played a little bit last year as an 8th grader, and a lot of room to grow. And as good as he is right now, can only imagine what it'll be like in another 3 years after this.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there. I was making your point. I mean, Blackwell with a beautiful pass inside to Howell. 3 minutes to go here. Malone for 2. Swish. Good shot by Ladarius Malone. 71-42, under 3 minutes to go here in the game. A lot of fans hanging around. I saw a yawn over there by one of the students just now. They've got to be tired after getting up early this morning. School starts 7:30 for the high schoolers anyway. And
looked like an illegal screen there called on 50 Robert.
Parker Howell.
Parker Howell, yes. Sorry.
Thanks for bringing me back to basketball. I was thinking, I was watching the kids over there yawning.
Yeah.
And I know after being on vacation for a couple of weeks, it's tough to get up early for that first day back of school. But anyway.
Especially when it's as nice as it was out today and what it's going to be this week.
Yes.
Wish we had the one more week off.
Have to take the laptop to
enjoy that weather.
Radnor Lake or something here. We'll see.
Yeah.
2:43 to go in the game. Lions lead by 29. In the game, I think for the first time for Maplewood, looks like is Devontae Childress, number 12. Who else? Yeah, 44. Also, Michael Parham is in the game. Clendenning is still in there, and so is Dante Hall at the free throw line. And also in the game is Alexander, 20. He's played a bunch tonight. Nathan Umstead, a lot of homework on the first day. He says, a little bit. Nathan on camera tonight. Appreciate Nathan's help. Videographer, along with Derek Pennico. We had his birthday announced at the Belmont game a few weeks ago. That was pretty fun. Belmont MTSU game. Turned what, 16, 17? How old are you?
24.
20-something, all right. Here in the game now is, off of Zelnick out of bounds, but the Lions have Dreer in the game. Ben Dreer. Who else? Zelnick is in. Micah Davis. Adams and Coleman Span. Here's Davis. If I'm seeing that correctly, yep. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Ben Dreer. Good rebound there, getting himself in the box score. Here's Connor Zelnick at the point. He drives back to Dreer. Dreer over to Span. Span looking for Adams, so he'll drive. Looking for Adams behind his head, and it wasn't quite there, and he hits a lady exiting the gym. Who is that? Here come Maplewood. A minute and 46 to go. This is going to be a little bit of maybe looser basketball. Good block by Adams. But it is going to be fought for, knocked around, foul over the back, call that time by on Davis, 33. And to the line will go Michael Parham. Good job by Derek tracking down Michael, not Mike Parham, earlier. Getting the name correct. That's always important. We want to get the names right if we can, but for both teams. Rebound to Span off the missed free throw. Here's Connor Zelnick. Connor looking for Adams. Davis has it. Davis inside for Adams. Adams out to Dreer. Adams, what's he going to do? Back to Dreer. Dreer back to Adams. Who wants to shoot? No good rebound. Davis knocked it around for a minute. Taken away out of there by Alexander. He'll drive. Good defense played by Connor Zelnick, and it's off of Alexander. So good play there by Connor to create the turnover. A minute 10 to go in this one. Student section still hanging around with the students. That's good to see all the way to the end. Supporting the team. I want to say if you're joining us late, once again, the Lions girls team won convincingly earlier against Maplewood to up their record to, let me get it right, 11-4, 5-0 in district, rather 6-0 in district play. Are the Lions led by Coach Becky Legate, trying to defend their own AA state title from last year as well. Zelnick called for the foul there on a block. Under a minute to go in the game. Maplewood will fall to 10-7 rather overall, and they'll be 5-3 in district play. Standings in the district, let me see if I get this right. CPA, of course, on top with a 6-0. As of earlier today, East Nashville was second place at 5-1. The lone loss coming to the Lions. They're 14-2 overall. So watch out. East Nashville, no question, Derek. They will be pumped to come here for that rematch, if you will.
Yeah, I'm sure that one's circled on their calendar.
The 22nd of January in the Varsity gym. Good shot there by Alexander on the free throw. 71-44. Last minute of the game. Zelnick. Screen by Coleman Span. Double team, though. Zelnick in trouble. Looking for help. Can't find it. What's the call there? Off of Zelnick, I guess, out of bounds. It'll be inbounded there by, I don't have his number, his name, number 30. Not on my roster, is it? No, number 30 is not. That's all right. It's on the uniform. Stevenson on the back of the uniform. Kind of rare in high school basketball to see the names of the players on the backs. Helps me, though. Helps us to get it right sometimes. So good play by Stevenson down on the other end. Now shooting free throws, rimming out. That's Alexander. I know that guy. CPA has the same five. Adams, Davis, Span, Zelnick, and Dreer. Ben Dreer, younger brother of some of you may remember, Tyler Dreer, played hoops a couple years ago for CPA. Good, strong player. Span, almost traveled there. 30 seconds to go. Span looking for help. Gets back to Davis. Fans over here wanted to walk for Maplewood. Davis guarded by Wilson, 33. Now it's Dreer back to Coleman Span over to Davis. Davis will dribble it around. 10 seconds to go. He may just try to run the clock out. Yes, he will. Good job by Davis to just eat this one away, and there it is. Stolen at the buzzer. No good. No shot. So the game's over. The Lions prevail 71-45 in this one. It really wasn't in doubt after about the first quarter. The Lions pulled away up by 10 after one, I think it was, and then never really looked back. They shake hands in midcourt. We'll tell you the Lions improved to 15-2 overall and 6-0 in district play. CPA plays next on Thursday at Pearl Cone, or rather at Martin Luther King, and then on Friday here at home against Pearl Cone. The following game after that will be Monday against Whites Creek here at home as well. Maplewood falls 10-7 and 5-3. Lions win. Coach Maddox getting a little congratulations there by, that's Robert Deaton right there, CPA dad, and helping us out with a new enrollment video is Mr. Deaton. Good to see him, and many, many other fans here in the Varsity Gym. I almost said stadium, but it's a Varsity Gym tonight. As the fans file out, we will say thanks so much again for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed these broadcasts. Thanks again to Ben Hooper and Nathan Olmstead and Derek Pennico for handling the girls' broadcast earlier. And this is Phil Newman signing off, saying thanks again for being with us. Have a wonderful night, and we hope it'll be a great, great semester here as we finish up 2012-13 at the Academy. Good night. We'll see you back here real soon.